Hello, I'm Daniela, and this is episode 22 of Historical Paranormal. There are 3 remaining episodes in this series season, and this week's episode will look at the origins and real history behind zombies. Zombies originate from Afro-Caribbean spiritual beliefs rooted in voodoo, which derives from the idea that people are controlled as laborers by a powerful wizard after death. According to the tenets of voodoo, a dead person can be revived by a boker, or voodoo sorcerer. Zombies remain under the control of the boker since they have no will of their own. Zombie is also another name of the voodoo snake god Dambala Wido, or night. It is akin to the Congo word Nzambi, which means God. There also exists within the voodoo tradition the zombie astral, which is a human soul that is captured by a boker and used to enhance the boker's power. In 1937, while researching folklore in Haiti, Zora Neale Hurston encountered the case of Felicia Felix Mentor, who had died and been buried in 1907 at the age of 29. Villagers believe they saw her wandering the streets in a daze 30 years after her death, as well as claiming the same with several other people. Hurston pursued rumors that affected persons were given powerful drugs, but she was unable to locate individuals willing to offer much information. The most notable case of a real-life zombie is the case of Clairvius Narcisse. On April 30th, 1962, at the age of 40, he arrived at the Albert Schweitzer Hospital in Haiti. He had a fever and felt something like bugs crawling on his skin. Doctors noted a general physical deterioration and immediately gave Narcisse a room. On May 2nd of 1962, he was pronounced dead. His death certificate was verified. A full 24 hours he spent in the morgue, and his family laid his body to rest in the cemetery near his village in El Estre. He was placed in a coffin, nailed shut, and set within the earth. However, after the funeral, presumably late at night, Clairvius' grave was disturbed. His body was dug up by a man who cursed him, a powerful boker or Haitian voodoo sorcerer. These bokers serve the low with both hands and act as practitioners of light and dark voodoo magic. The sorcerer drew Narcisse from his grave. He then beat him, bound him, and gave him a strange potion. He took Narcisse to a sugar plantation where other zombie slaves awaited. There he put Narcisse to work, continuously injecting him with doses of the potion to maintain his zombie-like state. Narcisse had become a lifeless husk bound to a new owner. Eventually, one of his fellow zombies beat the captor with a hoe, and they all escaped. 2 years had passed, and Narcisse decided to roam after learning that his brother was responsible for his poisoning over a property dispute, and he waited until after his brother passed on before he returned to his hometown wandering homeless. 16 years. In 1981, Angelina Narcisse was in an open market when a man approached her claiming to be her brother. He used a nickname for himself that the family had for him in his early childhood that only he would have known. Lamarck Doyon, a Haitian psychiatrist, formulated a questionnaire series, and Narcisse answered them all correctly to the letter. Doyon also got 200 witnesses, including friends and family members, to confirm his identity. Narcisse's case attracted a great deal of international media, including the New Scientist magazine, Time magazine, which both wrote feature stories in 1983. The BBC sent a crew in Haiti in 1981 to produce a documentary on his case, and ABC also sent reporters. Harvard University even sent a young ethnobotanist by the name of Wade Davis to do some studies on Narcisse. Davis' trips to Haiti would later yield 2 books, one of which was The Serpent and the Rainbow, a bestseller in the United States. The basis for the movie of the same name was released in 1988. Some other cases related to zombies are: in 1980, 2 women turned up in another village saying they were zombies. In the same year in northern Haiti, the local peasants claimed to have found a group of zombies wandering aimlessly in the fields. In 2008, after a long illness, Unide Lazare, a young woman, was buried in a cemetery in Turju, a suburb near Port-au-Prince, only to be spotted by her family a few months later in Pétionville, her face and body in a deplorable state. Some explanations on why such things took place are that people within villages of Haiti were being poisoned. Davis said in interviews that people like Narcisse were injected with a toxin that gave them the appearance of being dead, to the point where even the most competent medical professionals would declare them dead after their burial. The ingredients for such toxins were not identical, but 7 of the 8 samples had 4 ingredients in common. One of more species of pufferfish, which often contain a deadly neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, a marine toad, Bufo marinus, which produce numerous toxic substances, Hyla tree frog, or Osteopilus dominensis, which secretes an irritating but not deadly substance in human remains. In addition, the powders contain other plants and animal ingredients, like lizards and spiders, which would likely irritate the skin. Some even included ground glass. Another explanation is cultural beliefs. Davis theorized that the powder applied topically created irritation and breaks in the victim's skin. The tetrodotoxins could then pass into the bloodstream, paralyzing the victim and causing him to appear dead. The family would bury the victim, and the broker would remove the body from the grave. If all had gone well, the poison would wear off and the victim would believe himself to be a zombie. Some suggest his fate was the result of a placebo effect amplified by cultural beliefs, and the neurotoxins described, leading Narcisse to believe he had been hypnotized and his soul removed. Could this have been the power of suggestion that made the hallucinogenic drugs more powerful? And another explanation is secret societies. Davis believes secret societies are responsible for policing their communities, and the threat of zombification is one way they maintain order. Zombification has a material basis, but there is also a societal logic to the uninitiated practice, which may appear random and criminal, but in rural voodoo society it is exactly the opposite, a sanction imposed by recognized authorities, a form of capital punishment for rural Haitians. Zombification is an even more severe punishment than death. It deprives the subject of his most valued possessions, his free will and independence. So those were some explanations on whether or not what caused these cases of zombification were mere potions made of different toxins, powerful beliefs, secret societies, or some other explanation. Zombies will continue to be a part of modern pop culture and will influence science fiction. I hope that you enjoyed episode 22 of Historical Paranormal. If you'd like to see previous episodes, you can check out the Historical Paranormal events playlist or visit the website. There are 3 remaining episodes, and stay tuned for next Sunday's episode. Thank you for listening.